Greetings and welcome to an all-you-can-geek movie cast. This week we are joined by some lovely and handsome hosts,
Oh,
Tony
you.
Korkanakis
Yo.
and Mike Sanity.
What's up?
I am Corey Feinsod, and again filling in for Jim. He was not here this week, and we will hopefully get some news. Talk to him soon about what's going on, and he'll give you guys an update. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep it moving with the movie news and what we've been up to, and maybe even touch on the box office. But let's first get into what we've been up to. Mike, what have you been watching?
Can't say anything other than some
Nothing of
YouTube stuff.
note.
Nothing of note. No.
Okay. What about you, Tony?
Let's see. Still just chugging through random Seinfeld episodes. Well, not random, but I guess whatever season I'm on now.
Mm.
Characters are getting more set in their ways, and the relationships are kind of better. It's weird in the early seasons. I just don't feel the chemistry at all, and I don't get why these characters are friends at all. I'm just like Kramer, as funny as he is,
Right.
he's a douchebag. Like, if he was like my neighbor, I would fucking flip my shit. The one episode, he's like, "Yeah, I sold my fridge, Jerry. I just want fresh food. I want anything in my refrigerator." And then he starts dating a woman that has to eat fairly frequently or something like that. Something he just bugs Jerry for food. And I'm just like, bro, like that's not my problem. Like you're the one that sold my fridge.
Well, yeah. Kramer's like a forced friend to Jerry. The other two have, you know,
yeah,
history.
connects.
But
Yeah,
I also think early season Kramer is very sort of, you know, a take on Christopher Lloyd's character in Taxi. I forgot his name.
Oh,
But
okay. I guess
if
I
you
can see
know
that.
that character, it's pretty on the nose, honestly, early on until he sort of develops into his own thing. But he's basically being that character.
Okay,
I
I can
think.
sort of see it. I mean, he's a collector. It's funny as a character, but I'm like, man, if I had a friend like that,
Mhm.
I would. He
Well, I
wouldn't be
mean,
my
they
friend.
hate their friends.
Well, yeah,
It's
yeah. I mean,
hard.
yeah, yeah. Um, but the new thing I watched this past week was a Netflix show. It was trending, I
Mm.
think, in the top 10 called Last Samurai Standing.
Oh, I did see that on the top whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
top
yeah.
10.
Um, it's awesome. I would highly recommend it. Corey. I think it's right up your
Okay.
alley. Um, I'm gonna spoil the first 15 minutes of episode one just for the
Yeah,
premise.
let's
There's no
do it.
other. So it takes place in the early Meiji era of Japan history, and it's basically um, Rurouni Kenshin X like Squid Games. So basically, what happens is there's so the beginning of the Meiji era is like basically the same coincides overlaps with the end of the samurai era, right? Where Japan as a society, as a government um, empire, wanted to start to adapt a lot of Western like politics. You know,
Mm.
this thing be like a global player. So you know, one of the things involved in that is like swordsmanship wasn't really a thing. We're moving towards like guns, right? And obviously, in the era of guns, samurai are with swords or weapons are useless,
Obsolete.
obsolete, right?
Yeah.
So whatever, you come up with the main character has a tragic history that you'll find out through flashbacks and stuff like that. But he is really desperate for money, because he's an expert swordsman, right? He's one of the greatest swordsmen in Japan apparently, and he is having trouble kind of like adapting to a non-war, samurai life because that was all he knew, right? And so he's hard up for money, and while trying to get some, he gets this random invitation that is being spread throughout the newspapers in Japan, calling for as many warriors, as they call it, to just gather at this one place at this date and time, and there's a reward for like I want to say 100,000 yen or something like that, which back then is an absurd amount of money. So he goes, and all these other people are showing up, and that's when it turns like Squid Game style stuff, where it's like, hey, look, like
Oh wow.
anyone who wants to leave right now could just walk out the door. We're gonna play a game though, and if you stay though, you automatically enter this game. And the game is you are going from here to Tokyo, and there's checkpoints in between.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, and at every checkpoint you have to have a certain number of points to pass through the gates. And what do you think you get points for, guys?
killing people.
killing people.
Of
So,
course.
yep. So each person is given a necklace with like a wooden, like I'll just call it a dog tag, which has their number and name on it. It's like, so the rule is everybody has to wear this for the duration of the game. If it falls off of you, or like if somebody takes it for 10 seconds or longer, we're gonna shoot you. Like we're just gonna hunt you down and kill you. Like you were out of the game. And obviously, if you die, you're out of the game, right? So every checkpoint you have to have a certain amount of points. So like the first one is only like maybe 1 or 2 or something like that, and then it grows from there. But obviously, most of these people are like, "Yeah, I want money," and then as soon as things go
Suck
south,
the fan.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
wow.
just the basic premise. The first like 20 minutes of the first episode, but it's really cool. The choreography is
It's interesting,
awesome.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, just like the concept is like more of like a sounds like a more of a modern concept where it's like everybody's watching from like their TVs or like whatever, like, but that's not what this is. It's not like a show or a
No, it's not a
spectacle
show.
for
It's
others,
not a show.
right? It's
Um,
just we'll give you money. Like, what's in it for the people that are doing this then?
so basically, there's I'll call it an organization. The game is being run by an organization. Who knows? Like they don't identify
Okay.
themselves really. And the organization people who are like dressed in all black and they have the guns and stuff are following the contestants as they travel because it's a pretty much predetermined path. You're going from the west to the east, so they're kind of like boxing in the players to a degree. Not boxing, but like there's only so many places
Yeah.
they can go, right?
It's kind of forcing them in a direction.
Yeah. So that's how they're like watching the people and stuff like that. Without spoiling anything, there are people obviously high up in the organization that have motives why they're running this game and what they're getting out of it. That unravels throughout the season, but it's really cool. Like I said, the choreography is awesome. They have basically any amazing Japanese actor that's still filming to this day. Their names escape me off the top of my head, but like you're gonna see some really cool performances. The fight scenes are pretty cool. It doesn't lean too far into like it is based on the manga, just to set that expectation, but it doesn't lean like too hard into like the like anime, like you're doing a sword
Ropes and stuff.
slice across the battlefield or anything like that. It's just slightly exaggerated, like, oh my god, this guy can't even follow his movement, type of stuff. But it's 6 episodes, about an hour long each, something like that.
Oh, that's good. That's a good.
It's a good thing.
Then.
So it's really awesome. I've been recommending it to like everybody, and I had to tell Jim after the podcast, but really easy watch, really eager for more, to say that.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it then.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And just the usual anime stuff, I assume.
Yeah. Weekly anime.
Same with the anime for me. But I have started watching a new Korean drama,
Oh,
which is
K-drama.
called Revenge of Others, or Revenge of the Others, or Revenge of Others, something like that.
Something like that. Okay.
It's on Hulu, so that's where you'll find it. But it's like it's one of those. It's a mystery. It's high school drama, and there's like maybe some love triangles things going on, but it's like high school puppy love type things. But it's like twists and turns left and right. It's very interesting because the first, like I've watched the first 3 episodes and have described them to some people, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's crazy for a show!" Like, and they thought that was the entire season, but like that was just 3 episodes. That's how much stuff is going on.
Mhm.
And just to kind of like same thing, spoil a little bit of the beginning, just the first episode. What it's about is about this girl and her brother, who are twins, and they're in an orphanage. They don't have parents, and at 8 years old, the brother gets adopted and moves to Seoul with his adopted parents,
Oh, okay.
and she gets left behind.
Yeah.
And then years later, they're both seniors in high school, and he is on a video call with her. Like they're in obviously different cities, Busan and Seoul, and they're on this video call, and he's like sitting on the like second floor of this high school's classroom. He's sitting on like the edge of the window, and he's on the phone with her, and he's like talking to her, and then he like looks up, and you see him go like, "Oh, hold on 1 second," and then he puts the phone down, and then you hear an oof, and he just flies out the window, and he just crashes in the ground and dies, and that's the opening scene of the movie of the show. And you're like, she's like, what's going on? Like, and then she sees a hand turn the phone call off, and she's like, that's weird, but she didn't think anything of it. She's like, whatever, my brother's doing whatever he's doing, and
Like
then
she
so
didn't
she
know that
does.
he like right. So like
Right.
she didn't know that he fell
She doesn't know
off. Yeah.
anything, and she's in a
Gotcha.
different city. And the thing is, he was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna come visit you during winter break. I got something to tell you."
Of
And she's
course.
like, "Oh, tell me." And then he's like, "Oh no, I'll tell you when I see you." And then that all happens. So she's like, "Hmm." But then she does her stuff, and time goes by a little bit, like a weekend, and she's got this shooting competition. Like the pistol,
Yeah. Yeah.
25-meter pistol thing. And she's doing that, and she's doing really great. But then she like starts thinking about that call, and she's like, that was really weird. Like, what's going on with this, my brother?" And so she like messes up and like takes third instead of first because she was like on her way to winning. And so then she's like constantly thinking about that phone call, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna go see my brother, and I'm gonna go up to Seoul and find out what he wanted to tell me. And so she goes up and goes to the high school and's like, hey, like, do you know this kid? And like, we don't know who you're talking about. And she's like, oh, I mean, his name, because like she gave him her brother's name. But then she's like, oh, I mean, it's this guy. Like, we'll call him Williams. Like, oh, it's William. And they're like, oh yeah, um, he's dead. And then she's like, what? And so like she's devastated, doesn't know what's going on, and decides to and the premise is she decides to go there because she transfers to the Seoul High School to then solve the mystery,
Yeah.
because everybody says it was a suicide, and so she does. Obviously, she thinks something nefarious is going on. It's like, why would he say he's gonna come visit me? And so she goes to transfers to the school, and then like there's twists and turns and all over the place because like they make you think it's one person, and then this other
Yeah.
person does something, and then she keeps running into this guy, and this guy you meet in the beginning of the show who's wearing the same shoes as somebody that was running away from that scene. And so it's like all these things are happening, and there's like little twists and misdirects and stuff. So it's very interesting where it's just so much happening. That was like the first 20 minutes also
Jesus.
that I described.
I was gonna say, I was like, was this the first episode? I was like, it's the first.
No,
20
it's like
minutes
so
of-
much more that happens.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, and they're about an hour as well. So these episodes, but yeah, it's
Is
pretty
it a new
exciting.
show
And
or?
it's like a couple years old. It's
Okay.
new to me, obviously. It's on.
When you said the twin thing, I think somebody mentioned a show about twins, and I just never asked for elaboration. So I was like, huh, maybe that's it. I'll have to go back, talk to that person. See if
But yeah, it's really good. Definitely recommend it. And then I did watch because I saw the ads for the new one that's coming out. I was like, I'm gonna go back and watch Now You See Me, the first one. And
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
a great film. Like that
Yeah,
is a really good movie.
right?
So I enjoyed it. I did not get to see the new one, but I'm excited to see where that where that goes, because it
It
sounds
did-
like they might be trying to make more.
Yeah,
So
well, it did pretty well at the box office. We want to segue into
yeah,
there.
and so yeah, just leading into the box office here, we did get Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which is the third installment of the Now You See Me franchise series. It made 21 million in its opening weekend, but I think it came out Wednesday technically because I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what it was? It was it wasn't that it came out Wednesday, but it's 76.6 worldwide. So it actually did pretty well
The
internationally
budget
as
was
well.
pretty low. I think it was only around 80 or 90, I think. So,
Something like that. Doesn't say here, but um, yeah, it's definitely doing pretty well, and they are already in talks to make
yeah.
another one. So that's cool. Good for them.
It's the type of movie where it's like it doesn't need to be big budget blockbuster,
Yeah, I mean, it's
whatever.
one of
So
those nice like heist movies.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
but
who doesn't
with
like a
heart.
heist, right? Who doesn't like a good
Yeah,
heist?
exactly. And it's like a little bit of a Robin Hood type of theme with
Yeah.
the steal from the rich
Well,
to give to the poor,
yeah. What was the? Oh
and
God,
exposing the
what's the main guy's
corruption
name?
and evil.
The name is
Oh,
escaping
there's a
me.
bunch of them. Jesse
Ma-
Eisenberg,
Jesse Eisenberg.
Mark Ruffalo.
He was
Bunch
doing
of
like advertising by doing like parks act or
Magic.
tricks act actually at like a New York park or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh,
Nice.
And I think he donated his kidney, like one of his kidneys, to somebody or something.
Oh, damn.
I-
Okay, did not hear
I
about
could-
that.
I could be mixing that up, but no, good for him.
Hey,
Good for the
Yeah,
movie
definitely. Yeah, it was, I do want to check it out. The other new release that came out this weekend was The Running Man, which is the Edgar Wright film based off of The Running Man, the original Running Man, which is when you were describing the samurai show, it's kind of that's what I was thinking of, The Running Man, because it's like, hey, we'll give you all this money, you got to survive, but everyone's watching you and everyone's trying to kill you. But if you can survive for whatever amount of time, you win money.
Yeah.
So that came in second. Predator Badlands held pretty well. I can't say pretty well because it did drop 68%, but it came in third. Excuse me. Regretting You was fourth, and Black Phone 2 was fifth. So that's your box office, everybody.
Yeah,
I
most of these movies I think are pretty reasonably budgeted. I don't know about the Running Man, but like I said, I
think it's pretty well because it's an Edgar Wright. I don't think he usually does
right?
big blockbusters, except for I don't know if he does big blockbuster movies because
Yeah.
he was gonna do Ant-Man and then
obviously the whole Marvel thing happened, but
yeah.
I mean, I just think that's the new era that we're gonna have to be in for 90% of box office movies these days. Because like if you're not a big Disney production, big DC production, maybe some of the Paramount stuff, like you're just setting yourself up to lose money.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good. I don't think there's even anything look forward to next week. So probably these movies will. Oh, actually, sorry, Wicked. Wicked's coming out.
It'll be interesting to
That'll
see how that
probably do well. The
does.
first one did really well.
Yeah, I was surprised at the first one. It's obviously the female demographic, but we'll see. Like, what was it before Wicked? I thought there was like another one where was it Enchanted or I forget. There's like another one that was like obviously female led, female villain kind of thing. But if they show up,
Or something?
yeah, that's it. Thank you, Maleficent. If they show up, it's an untapped market. So
Yeah, that's good. All right, let's get into the news. We've got some news. We got a bunch of little stuff, not necessarily worth diving in too much about, but Sony's like high on their making
what?
movies. To go just like, hey, we got a hit with K-pop Demon Hunters, but that was a surprise. I don't know. The thing is, like that came out of nowhere. Labubu though, I have no idea why these are so popular and everywhere.
I think Labubu is a psyop. I don't know if I've told you guys this because I have said this.
All right, let's expand.
Well, I seriously, to me, it felt like it was day 0 to day 1 where it was like I can remember the days where it's like I have never heard of this word before. To like, why is it everywhere right now on the internet and social media and what? Like even my friends are posting. I'm like, what the fuck is a Labubu? Right? Like, I don't know. I guess this is just how maybe non-gamery, non-Wii people feel when like a Pokemon thing comes out. Like, what's a fucking Pikachu? I don't know. Like, what's a fucking Labubu? And then like just it's all over, right? And it's insane because it's not like, oh, it's growing slowly in popularity, like, whatever, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Right. It went from 0 to 60 like that, to the point where like there's bedazzled ones, like bejeweled with diamonds and gold, like actual gold.
I mean, it's like to like translate it a little bit. I feel like it's at that peak of what the Pops were, right? Funko Pops.
Yeah, the Funko.
It's like the peak of Funko Pops is where Labubu was at, but it didn't have that gradual like, oh, these are neat. What's this? Like, I see them a little bit here, and now they're everywhere. Now the Bubu is just everywhere. Now you're gonna get a movie.
Yeah, but I seriously think it's a psyop.
Crazy.
Where the company that makes these Labubus or whatever, like they just paid people, like influencers or not, like celebrities, be like, hey, put this Labubu keychain on your purse and wear it to like the premiere or whatever. Oh, she's wearing a Labubu on her purse. Like, I don't know. That's just my tinfoil hat theory where this is completely manufactured.
They're kind of weird. This picture is the most I've ever looked at one that you have here in the news. And they just kind of look like, the abominable snowman from the Rankin Bass golf.
Yeah.
They look like that, just with like bunny ears.
Yeah. Ashley doesn't have a Labubu.
No.
You should ask her if she knows what one is, though.
She's gotta know.
She might be too old at this point.
Oh.
We're all too old.
No,
at this point.
I don't think so. There's people that are anyway.
No.
We've spent way too much time on Labubu. Yeah. Let's move it along.
So has the world, Corey.
I'm not disagreeing with that. We did mention Now See Me doing well, and number 4 is coming. Reportedly, they are working on another one there. Um, so we also had some Netflix news where Netflix is going to be helping produce and make a My Hero Academia live action show or movie, and the creator of that, Kohi Horikashi, I think is his name,
Yeah.
is going to be heavily involved, which is good. But at the same time, is it though? I don't know.
I
So
mean, it's got to be better than not being involved, right? Like at least One
yeah,
Piece. One
no,
Piece was
I
good, right? And that was because Oda
yeah,
was,
that's what I was gonna say.
Oda
Is
was
that
involved.
they
So
worked side by side with the One Piece creators and made sure that that was a faithful adaptation and cut and added things that made sense to adapt it to a TV show that you can't do thousands of episodes. My Hero is not that many episodes, but at the same time, there are where areas to cut and you could expand on things. I think it'd be cool. I'd be interested to see what they do to make it
yeah,
to translate it.
basically we'd be seeing like a Japanese live action X Men. That's the
Yeah,
equivalent there. So
exactly. We also had an interesting um, bid on or non-bid apparently on for Warner Brothers. So like David Ellison, CEO of Paramount, was reportedly partnering with Saudi Arabia, which everybody seems to be like could give us that Saudi money, and put a bid in for the Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers in general, for $71 billion package. But there was an update saying that Paramount's denying that they are involving any Arab sovereigns' wealth funds. So we'll see if Paramount's going to be a player in this, but I do think Warner Brothers probably not long for this world as its own entity.
I think I saw an article. I don't know how valid it is. I forgot to post it, but apparently it's been narrowed down to Paramount, Netflix, and Comcast. I think. So
Okay. Who's got the most money? The Arabs do.
they do,
Actually
unfortunately.
rooting for Netflix in this situation. I think I am.
That's how we get. That's how Netflix gets Mike back. WB
Well,
content.
it'd
I
be
mean, there's already a
interesting.
lot
We'll
of
see.
WB. I even saw Blue Beetle on there today. I was like, "What Blue Beetle?" It's like still kind of weird when I see like a
Forgot
DC
about that
WB movie
movie.
on Netflix, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. My son's a big Blue Beetle fan.
I can
He
see that.
likes
It felt
he
like
likes a
Iron
lot
Man, but like younger
for kids. Yeah.
kid
Yep.
demographic.
Definitely. We also got some news that Sadie Sink, who's going to be appearing in the Spider-Man Brand New Day film, has also been cast in Avengers Secret Wars, which is not the Avengers coming out
Hmm.
right now. Like, first, it's the
It's the
Avengers
second
coming out
next.
after Doomsday. So she's not even, we haven't even seen her or know what character she's playing yet in the Brand New Day, but she will be apparently,
It's got to be
reportedly,
Black Cat.
playing. So Black Cat's your take. I wouldn't disagree. I don't know who
I think
else.
it's
Like it's so funny because it's the obvious is the Mary Jane
Spider.
reference because of the red hair, but we already have a MJ for Peter. But
I
she
guess
could
it
still be
could.
playing a different
I
Mary
guess it
Jane.
could be Gwen Stacy too.
It could be Gwen. Could be Mayday.
I just remembered we didn't. Yeah, because we don't have an MCU Gwen Stacy. So.
Yep. So yeah, it'll be
I
interesting. But like, what?
It was
So is she like Ghost Spider then? Right? Is that what she shows up as in Secret Wars? Why
yeah.
is she in Secret Wars? Like,
Right.
the
Exactly.
question.
It's funny because apparently they had the Stranger Things red carpet. I don't know why it's red carpet,
Yeah.
but they had red carpet premiere, and
Premiere,
somebody was
yeah.
interviewing her, and they asked her about like what character
Got
she
it.
was playing. And she's like, "Aren't we here for Stranger Things?" And like, I'm not answering that. And it's like,
Yeah.
good on you. Good on you. It's like you're not gonna be Tom Holland, just spill the beans, or Mark Ruffalo and spill the beans. Everybody dies. It's insane. It's just like, bro. Bro.
I love the Tom Holland one where it's like, you want to see this poster, everybody?
Yeah.
Here's this poster. It's like, confidential. Don't. Like, oh, shit. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes it's like, I wonder how, like, do they lean into it, right? It's like, all right, he
I
did
think by
that
now they
once. Do we lean
yeah.
into it?
Yeah.
You know? All right, and finally, we're gonna move into some Nintendo movie news,
Mm-hmm.
and we got the official trailer for the Super Mario
Oh,
Galaxy
that's
movie.
it. There's two Nintendo movie news, so I
I know.
reversed
Well,
the
I'm
other one. But
getting. We're getting there.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But we got a trailer for this one.
Yeah,
Did you guys check it out at all?
I did.
I did not. I don't really care.
Well, I mean,
Cool, Mike.
you have a
Glad
you
you're
have a
here.
I
son.
mean,
Does
I
he
just
is he
don't.
a Mario fan? Oh my gosh, I'm sure he's gonna want to watch a Mario movie. No, maybe. Any
I don't think
case,
I'm enjoying
looks
it
good.
yet.
I mean, it's interesting. We got some voice acting news as well, because we know one of the new characters in this movie is Rosalina. Who's playing her?
Brie Larson.
Tony.
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson,
The biggest Nintendo fangirl in the
Captain
world.
Marvel herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. And apparently, there was some new stuff about her being a super fan.
Well,
Uh,
not new. I mean, she's done like two or three.
News.
Newly relevant.
News. No, well, I didn't say new. I would say news. There's news that
About what?
her being a super fan
Old
and just like.
news.
That's not
Wait,
news.
no, like yeah.
Relevant now.
That's not news. That's
Oh,
that's a
oh,
fact.
Say.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
she's done like two commercials for them. I think one for Animal Crossing. She was pretty involved in like I don't know some Animal Crossing community thing talk show. I think forget somebody ran one. I mean, she's dressed as a couple of the characters are like Halloween with her kids. There's one with her as Samus right next to her daughter who's dressed as Captain Marvel for Halloween, which is cool.
Nice.
But yeah, it was nice to see her actually as Rosalina. It's kind of funny because Rosalina's like cosmically powerful,
Right.
whatever, which is like adjacent to Captain Marvel. So there's been some fun fan art and whatnot since that. So good for her. It's I think she even said when she tweeted when the first movie came out, she wanted to be like a character or something, maybe Peach or something like that. But it was funny that by the time of the second movie, they're like, yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do this.
We got a role for you.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, it's always neat when you can get people that are real fans of a product or a property like this, and you can. Well, hopefully, we can tell like how much effort and energy they put into it. So that's cool. And then, as we know, there is a Legend of Zelda film coming, and there were screenshots of the first images, I should say, of the two leads, obviously Zelda and Link themselves. Did you see those, Mike?
With them, yeah.
And how do you
They,
feel about this?
I think they did about what I would do in their situation if I was tasked with the unenviable task of making a live action Zelda. I would find some unknowns who looked almost exactly like the computer models that we've seen before, and they did pretty well with that. I think like this kid somehow kind of looks like Link, so there we go. All right,
Okay.
let's see how
What
it
do you
works.
think of the look and what they're going for here, Tony? You're
Yeah.
obviously the biggest Zelda fan on this.
Yeah. So first of all, they leaked like online. First of all, and they were like okay quality, whatever. But then I think yesterday or maybe one of the days, Nintendo actually just revealed it on their
Right.
Nintendo app because it's like, whatever, it's out. Might as well make some news
Yep.
out of it. But yeah, the guy who's playing Link, I'm like, oh, I can see it. It's not like a weird like, oh, they just got somebody, random. It's like,
Right.
okay,
And
I
it
can
wasn't
see it.
some silly, like, we're going to make a minority play this character. Like, you couldn't do that. Like, I hate when it's like, hey, we need to fill in certain roles. And you get people that don't necessarily fit the role.
Oh,
In my opinion, I'm not a fan of that.
okay. But yeah, no, he looks really good.
No, I mean, what would you want a black Link? Do you want a black Link? Is that's no. I don't necessarily. The first Link that's going to be on screen, you can't do that. Come on.
I mean, I think we should move on, but it's he looks good. They're going obviously, I think, with the traditional green tunic, Link, not like the Breath of the Wild where his ensemble's more blue. Believe he had the hat on or was carrying the hat, something like that. But he looks good. She looks good. And then there was another character who appeared to be Impa, who's played by Miss Casey from What is it? The Innie, Audi, shit, Severance.
Severance.
Yeah, Miss Casey. So
Gotcha,
she's
yep.
playing
Mhm.
Impa apparently, which is
Yep.
pretty cool. She's a New Zealand native, so I'm sure that was a
Yeah, makes it easy.
no-brainer
Yeah,
for
the
her.
landscapes look great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Scenery, awesome.
it's funny
Very
because
much a Zelda world.
yeah, I was talking to somebody recently about they were saying like, why don't they make more movies like Lord of the Rings? And
Agreed.
we debated, talked about it for a little bit, and then literally these pictures dropped the next day, and I linked them to her, and she's like, oh, it looks like Lord of the Rings, and I was like, but weren't you like, is that a complaint? Because we literally just had this conversation days prior to this. He's like, yeah, I guess you're right, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I mean,
But,
if I was gonna picture Hyrule,
yeah,
like
yeah,
Middle Earth
I
fits,
mean,
right?
Middle Earth's
Like, why
pretty
wouldn't
close
you?
to it. It's got the
Yeah.
luscious green forest, the mountains,
Mhm.
all the cool stuff. So, yeah, I mean, fills me with more confidence, obviously, because if they'd shown off the character designs and the costumes, and it was bad, I just would have been like, well, that's a terrible first impression, right? And I think
Yeah.
we've talked about this before over the years with,
Well, even with Superman, just recently, like just seeing all the
yeah,
leaked shots of the Superman film and like Mr. Terrific and Superman's costume, and I just
yeah,
thought those were bad. Like the first image of the Superman is he's like tying his shoe, and it's like some
yeah,
crazy stuff
Tying
going on
his
outside.
shoe.
Like,
yeah.
Tying his boot with no laces.
Although it is kind of funny because one of the things I was thinking about, and maybe it's because you talked about it, but I was thinking about the Titans show on HBO from a couple years back, and how all those character designs and costume designs were terrible. At least to me, I saw this, I was like, this looks like shit, and I never bothered with the show. And I think that was the one where Robin's like,
I
"Fuck
watched it.
Batman," right? Like,
Yeah, I watched it eventually. I thought it was fine.
yeah, I mean, it's fine. It was fun, but like that impression just turned me off. I was like, well, I'm not interested in this. So
yeah, I mean, the thing is, then it's the way of the world. But like, you gotta get people by what things look like at first, because you have nothing else to go off of, right? You gotta attract the people with a good-looking product.
yeah,
There's that thing that I called in board games like table presence, right?
yeah.
If something looks good, people will stop and like, hey, what's this?
Yeah,
But if it looks like shit, they might
yeah.
just walk past it.
You can't have. We're long gone from the days of the dark, gritty weirdness of Super Mario Brothers, 90 whatever. Like, man,
Yeah.
I know Nintendo was hands off on that, but I just do not know. I would love to know like what those people are thinking. It's like, all right, so
Or not
Mario
thinking,
World
Jesus.
is the newest game. How do we adapt that to a movie?
It seems like they just read something on paper without
Yeah.
looking at it
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh,
And then we had
this
the
Plumber Brothers fight. Yeah, let's
but we did
do that."
have the ugly Sonic, like to take it
Yeah,
back the other
I
way.
mean,
It's like we
that-
saw something,
yeah.
and as fans, like this is not right. We know what Sonic
Uh,
looks like, and it's not like he's a real person. You can recreate what
Yep.
Sonic looks like pretty
Yep.
easily.
That was like the biggest save in the world because those movies actually wound up being enjoyable. But like, I could see if they hadn't pivoted.
Yeah, it
I
could be
see-
the same exact film,
Yeah.
but if it was ugly Sonic,
Yeah,
it would probably have bombed
yeah.
big time.
Kids would have been like, "Daddy, Sonic's scary. Why does he look
Exactly.
like that? Why does he have teeth? Like human teeth?"
So those look pretty good. I have to say the Nintendo films, they're doing justice to the product, the IPs, and I'm excited to see where they go. We haven't obviously seen anything in real, like as far as a trailer or video of the Zelda stuff, but
Yeah,
what they've
we
shown so
really
far
have no
gives
idea
us
what that's going to be.
hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other interesting thing, I forget if I talked about it on the podcast, I don't think I posted it in the news, but a couple weeks ago, there was this weird trailer that dropped from Nintendo on their app. Because that's the new thing. They're dropping random news on their app that's exclusive to that until people obviously repost it and make articles about it. But it was this weird, like, titled short. It was a couple minutes long. But you look at it, and it looks like Pixar animation, like that kind of deal. And it was like this mom playing with her like newborn or whatever infant, and all of a sudden like she has to leave the room, leaves the infant in the room, and you all start seeing all these like objects start moving, and there's like a little kind of she's trying to get the pacifier back because like the pacifier keeps moving. That's the whole gimmick. But it's like this is weird. Like why it's moving on its own? Like is it alive? Whatever. And the next day they revealed, oh hey, it was Pikmin because Pikmin are Pikmin are invisible to humans. Apparently, that's in the lore. I didn't know that.
Oh,
So
see, and now you know.
now I know.
Yeah.
You're learning things every day.
But it was so random
Yeah,
because
did
there's
a
no.
bunch of people get angry about that video.
Yeah, I mean, people were like, "What is
We thought it
this?"
was something else.
Well, yeah, they thought it was like either a CGI scene for a new Pikmin game or something like that. But it was just
Mm,
like a short,
a random thing.
random animation short.
Yeah,
Hmm.
nothing to
But-
it really.
Yeah, and then even Miyamoto took over the Nintendo. I say take over, but I'm sure it was just he was passing along. It's like the Twitter account from Nintendo was like, "Hey, this is Miyamoto. We released the first screenshots of Zelda and Link in the new movie that's coming out in 2027." And talked about like, yeah, we're gonna go full speed ahead with more movies, so they'll expect that. So
Cool.
it's probably
Yeah,
gonna be the
something
new
excited
the new
for.
book thing, like I said a couple of years ago. It's like,
Oh, absolutely.
gotta
Well,
farm
it's-
all these video games,
Yeah, it was comic books. Now it's video games, like you said.
books,
So-
comic books, and now video games.
Yeah.
And
All
then
right,
in the
guys.
in another 10 years, it'll be TikTok shorts.
Oh no. We had the Emoji Movie.
Remember
so...
the 6-7 like thing of the 2025? It's a movie
Oh
now.
my gosh. That's we're gonna come back here and watch this episode and be like, damn, Tony called it. 10 years later, look at this thing. It's a documentary,
It's
a super dramatic
Yeah.
documentary. Back in those days. So, any case, guys, that's gonna do it for us on the movie cast here. We appreciate you sticking around. We're getting to this far. If you have, please give us hit that subscribe button, leave us a like and a comment. We are on most of these platforms like Apple Podcast, Spotify. We're gonna post this on YouTube the day after. Catch us live on Twitch each Tuesday at 8 o'clock ish, around that time. And we will see you on the Gamecast coming up shortly. Thanks.